Hi everyone. It's Charlotte from Cybit IT, and today, I'm here to talk to you about the most effective ways to keep up with industry trends and out-innovate your competition in this podcast. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, Cybit IT is one of the most prominent IT companies based in Toronto, Canada. Cybit IT, with years of experience, provides a full range of remote and on-site managed IT, network support, computer help desk, cloud computing, website, app design, digital marketing, SEO, and graphic design. So let's dive into our topic. You may ask, why the most effective ways to keep up with industry trends and out-innovate your competition is an important topic these days. Keeping abreast of industry trends and staying ahead of your competition isn't easy. Luckily, there are plenty of ways to do both. Keeping abreast of trends means staying current with emerging technologies, new business models, and emerging customer needs. It also means staying updated on the latest changes in your industry and maintaining a clear view of what competitors are doing to stay ahead. In this article, you'll learn about 5 key ways you can out-innovate your competition and stay ahead of the changing demands in your industry. These tactics will help you remain relevant as new challenges arise, as well as give you a competitive edge when it comes to hiring and retaining top talent. Don't rely solely on research. Too often, organizations put a lot of effort and resources into researching the latest trends and technologies, only to find out later that they already exist or are already in use by their competitors. As with all things in business, you only have a brief period of time to make your mark on the industry and put your brand on the map. To give yourself that edge, you need to approach your research with a focus on finding out what's already out there, what your competitors are doing, and what customers need. A great example of this is in-app marketing. Today, most marketing campaigns are designed to run in-app. However, many businesses are so focused on creating their own videos that they forget about running ads in the apps that their target customers use every day. Research what your competitors are doing, and then use that as a guide to what your customers want from you. Stay up to date on the latest technology. As digital technologies continue to evolve at an unprecedented rate, it's impossible to keep up with the latest developments without engaging in a constant search for the most current and relevant information. And with so many sources of information available today, it can be difficult to know where to begin. To stay up to date on the latest information, follow blogs, podcasts, and online media that provide industry updates and are actively covering the latest business trends. At the same time, though, try to create a space in your schedule for in-depth research on relevant topics to help you stay up to date. Find an expert in your field who can provide you with the latest pieces of research, help you stay on top of the industry, and offer a critical look at what's happening in your industry. Embrace digital technologies to stay ahead. Technology is constantly evolving, and it often takes several years for new technologies to become mainstream. During this time, however, there are often opportunities to gain an edge by embracing new technologies early on. For example, in the early 2000s, many media companies and advertisers embraced YouTube, which was just starting to gain traction at the time. By doing so, they were able to take advantage of the popularity of this new form of content, which also provided them with invaluable data on what customers wanted to see on the platform. Now, while it might be hard to predict which technologies will become mainstream in the next few years, there are a few technologies that are worth keeping an eye on. One of these technologies is artificial intelligence, AI. AI is becoming increasingly popular, and many businesses are investing in AI to help them interpret the massive amounts of data they now have access to. Change the way you collect and analyze data. Data is the lifeblood of most businesses. It's what helps you make informed decisions about your marketing, how you're staffed, and how you plan your expansion. At the same time, though, data is often treated as a siloed resource that's treated as a commodity. This, however, doesn't allow it to be as effective as it can be. As with all things in business, change is the only constant. Businesses that are able to successfully change the way they collect data and analyze it will be the ones to succeed in the future. Try to shift the way you collect data away from a one-size-fits-all approach and toward a data-driven approach. This will allow you to better tailor your marketing and business strategies to the specific needs of your customers. Be willing to experiment and test new ideas. Innovative thinking is a crucial part of staying ahead in your industry. Just because something is working for your competitors today doesn't mean that it's the best approach for your organization. Try to avoid falling into a trap of thinking that the way your business is currently structured is the best approach. Instead of blindly following the path that your competitors have paved, try to think about what you could be doing differently to stay ahead of the game. When it comes to testing new ideas, though, don't be afraid to take risks. Businesses that aren't afraid to try something new, even if it seems completely outlandish, are often the ones that succeed in the long run. When it comes to marketing campaigns, try to avoid following the same formulas that your competition uses. Instead, try to think of ways to experiment with new marketing campaigns and ways to push yourself to try new ideas. Constantly improving is key to staying relevant. Hopefully, by now, you understand that it's important to stay up to date on the latest trends and technologies as well as embrace new technologies that are already in use. The best way to accomplish this is through continuous innovation. This means constantly testing new ideas and implementing new technologies to see if they make a difference in your business. To stay relevant in your industry, you need to continually find new ways to improve your business model and the way you do things. This is something that won't happen overnight, but can be accomplished over time through the implementation of small improvements. To keep yourself from getting stuck in a rut, try to look for ways to improve your business, whether it's in marketing campaigns, how you're staffed, or how you collect and analyze data. So, at the end, I would say, with so many changes taking place in your industry, staying up to date and out-innovating your competitors can seem like an impossible task. This, however, doesn't have to be the case. By following the strategies outlined in this article, you can keep up with industry trends and continue to innovate in your business. I once again thank you on behalf of everyone who were a part of the Cybit IT podcast for making it a great learning experience for all of us. You have genuinely infused us with hope by showing us how much potential the markets have for us. Thanks for listening to the Cybit IT podcast and stay tuned for our next exciting episode. Goodbye.